Okay, I'm recording it right now. So for anybody who wants to go back and watch it again, I've actually done one of these before on YouTube. So, okay. So Tasha, do you want to say anything before we get started? Unmute yourself. I thought I unmuted you.
I know I have to keep muting myself while we're watching Bubble Guppy so I can calm Jet down. But no, I mean, the new training we got at Super Saturday is really great. It includes a lot more information that your all's new team members will be getting once they do join. So it's like a lot of great information. But Lindsay's going to go over that. And I've been a little MIA lately, so just know that if you ever need anything, like send me a message. I mean, I have my phone in hand like 24/7. So I'm always here for questions, and I would love to help all of you all. But
right. Okay, and like what Tasha said, we went to Super Saturday, January 10th, and it was amazing. Like, that was my first Plexus event, and it was so much fun. We learned so much, and it was just good to hear from, like, the diamonds in the company and the emeralds and the sapphires, the ones who are really high up in the company, and just, like, to hear their stories and how they all kind of started out. Well, they all did start out just like us. With no ambassadors, and of course they had to work their way up, and it was just good to hear like their hard work and how they never gave up, because there's times that me and Tasha obviously want to give up, and I know Derek's making fun of me because I can see you all laughing, Tasha. But okay, so we've done this before. This is the training that I got when I first started, and I was looking over it, and it really is just one of the best trainings that we have. It's a PowerPoint that our Diamond Upline made. So I'm going to share the screen for a second. Okay. Let's see. Can you all see that?
Yeah.
No.
You can see it.
Okay.
Explain it, though.
I'm trying. Okay, so there's a bunch of team pages that we have right now that I know are probably overwhelming, but the Diamonds in the Making and Diamonds in the Rough are the two main pages that you really want to like stay on. The Diamonds in the Rough has a lot more people on it, but it has a ton of information from our Diamond Upline, and that's the page that I like to go to if I want to like listen to any calls, or if I want to find out like a lot of information or testimonies. So that's my favorite page to go to. Diamonds in the Rough is just for Kendall's team, which I like it because it's a lot smaller and we can connect a lot better. But the Diamonds in the Making page has been around a lot longer. Okay, so this is the main thing that we like to talk about when you start with Plexus is duplication. And this is kind of why we're doing this, because I feel like I haven't done a really good job with duplication in the past couple months. So I feel like doing something like this is really going to help our team just like learn like what we all need to do in the beginning when you start as an ambassador and what you need to teach to your ambassadors. So when you all first started, you should have got 3 different emails. And if you did not get those emails, like message me or Tasha or your direct upline after this call and we can get them to you. The emails you should have got is the welcome email that has the success plan and the new ambassador checklist. You should have gotten one that has videos and resources, and then another one that says what we send to new customers. So those are the 3 emails you're always going to send to your new ambassadors. And save and print these 2 documents because they are ones that I look at all the time. The success plan I look at daily, and the new ambassador checklist is really just something good to start out with because it shows you like different things that you should be doing if you want to be successful, like different activities that you should be doing every day that you can check off. So that's something. The success plan has everything in it, from what to say to potentials, the ingredients, the products, anything you want to know, refer to that success plan. And what I like to tell people is before you come to me and ask me a question, see if you can find it yourself, because it's going to help you in the long run if you can search rather than messaging me and saying, hey, what's the price for the triplex or something like that, because that's what Kendall did to me. And it has helped me in the long run because now I know all the different places that I can find different resources. So check out the success plan first before you ask a question, but don't hesitate if you can't find something to ask me. And what I'll do is I'll probably direct you where you can find it, but still, if you can't find something, let me know. But that's something that really has helped me, is finding stuff myself. Okay, so have your upline suggest 5 to 10 people to follow on Facebook. So what this means is like different Plexus people that we follow, like you don't necessarily have to add them on Facebook because they have a ton of friends. But after this call, I'm going to write a bunch of people down that you can follow. And honestly, that's where I get a lot of my Facebook posts from. Like we don't make these up. We kind of just find them from other ambassadors that we have found in our team and other successful ones in our team. Kendall Herbst is our Ruby upline, which is one to really good to follow. And Megan Garrity is our senior Ruby upline. So like I said, I'll post all these names. And Tamara Holloway is our diamond upline. And there's a bunch of other people that like I follow that I've kind of like became obsessed with. Like you like find different Plexus people that you become obsessed with just by like listening to calls and stuff. And I really just use their posts because they all post really well. And it's helped me on Facebook with different posts rather than the same ones, because if you're friends with a lot of Plexus people, you'll see the same posts kind of go around pretty often. So like I try to not to use the ones that everybody has used just because a lot of us have mutual friends in common. So I try to use different ones. Okay, so here's add to life-changing Plexus testimonies page. Other than the team pages, there's 2 testimony pages that you want to be on, which is the life-changing testimonies and the Plexus ambassadors only testimonies. And those are really good if you want to find a testimony to put on Facebook, or if you have like a potential message you and say, can you tell me a little bit about the Plexus Slim and blood pressure? And you have no idea. You can go to those 2 pages and in the top right, it'll say search. You can type in blood pressure and every testimony about blood pressure will come up. And I do that at least 3 times a week. People will ask me questions about fibromyalgia, weight loss in general, headaches, and all of that can be found on those testimonies pages. And when you have your own testimony page, you can submit that to those pages. And like I submitted mine and my testimony went viral, and I actually got to be on the main call for Plexus Worldwide because of my testimony on that testimony page. So I love looking through those testimonies. Okay, so train and equip your ambassadors to be successful and follow the system. This is kind of just like what we're doing now. So whenever you have somebody join, you're just going to kind of go over with them what we're going through now. And of course, when you have 1 or 2 ambassadors, you don't have to do a call like this. Like that's why you have me and Tasha. But once your team gets bigger, like you're going to be doing these calls too. And just knowing what you're doing and being able to teach duplication is going to really help you in the long run. And getting on calls like this, like you all being on this call is huge because that's what got me and Tasha excited were these calls with Kendall. Encourage and help with your first Facebook post. If you haven't done your first Facebook post, message me or Tasha after this and we'll help you with that. That is how I started my business. Just posting a picture of me and my family on Facebook and just telling the Facebook world why I was doing Plexus. I let them know, everything, that I had IBS, that I was at a weight I didn't want to be at. And all the people that liked and commented on that post, I reached out to them and asked them about Plexus if they were interested in it. And I had customers and I even had an ambassador before I had my products. So even just posting on Facebook, letting Facebook know what you're doing, that is huge. And we actually have a first Plexus post on the Diamonds in the Rough, and me and Tasha and a bunch of other people have posted our first Plexus post. And it's just such a big deal because just jumping right into it and not letting Facebook know that you're doing it and kind of just starting to post graphics, I feel like is hard in the long run because people don't understand why you're doing it. So if you really let people know, then I feel like it really helps. Okay, so here's something, the auto qualification. Having your team turn that auto qualification, also known as their backup order, and make sure to sign ambassadors with the welcome pack. This has happened to me a lot recently just because I feel like personally I wasn't teaching my downline very well. Whenever you have an ambassador sign up, you want them 100% to have a welcome pack and to have their backup order set up. If they do not have a welcome pack, then you're not going to get credit for them and you're not going to get that building business bonus. And also you want them to get that welcome pack because it's $99 and that's the cheapest they will ever be able to get their products. And also with the welcome pack, there's a new success kit. Mine is over there or I would grab it. But there's a new success kit that Plexus has came out with that is awesome. It has a ton of resources in it. It's huge. It's like a big book. And so you want your new ambassadors to have that. Even if they are saying that they're a wholesale buyer, Tasha said you raised your hand. uh, Even if they're just a wholesale buyer, like you still want them to have that welcome pack because you never know. Like your wholesale buyers could, in 6 months down the road, turn into your best ambassadors. So about the auto qualification and the backup order, like I also was going to write something out because Leslie asked me to, and I will definitely send that to you all as well. That scares people off sometimes, but what that backup order is it's just letting Plexus know that you are an active ambassador. Like you are taking your products, you have your 100 PV, and the only way that you will get your backup order is if you don't have that 100 PV before the time is that the backup orders go out, which is the 25th, which is tomorrow. So if you're buying your products, then you are going to get that 100 PV, but you do have the option to turn it off. So let's say 1 month you have a bad month, you don't want to buy your products, you can turn it off and turn it right back on the next month. So that's something to let people know not to be scared of, because I'm really good about messaging my ambassadors and letting them know if their order is going to go out. So make sure that your new ambassadors are getting this welcome pack and their auto qual on. Okay. That's basically what I just talked about. All ambassadors on our team must be a product of the product. This just means like if you're going to work the business and you're going to be a Plexus ambassador, we want you to take the products. Because if you're not taking your products and you're trying to sell something, like I feel like that's just like false advertisement. Like me, I take my products every day. If I don't take my products, like I'm a 100% bitch. Like, sorry. But like that's what we want you all to be. Like if you do not 100% believe in these products, then you're not going to be the ambassador that you want to be. Like I know from experience, I had some ambassadors that were trying to sell the product that personally weren't taking them, and they don't have the fire that we all have. Because if you're feeling good every day and you love these products as much as like I do, then you're going to be able to share the products rather than sell the products. Okay, so this is just talking about the welcome packs that are $99. We all know about that. Okay, so Facebook, be consistent with your Facebook posts. If you're not consistent, then Facebook watches you. Like Facebook has watched me since July, and I've had ambassadors fall off and try to come back. And if people see that you Facebook post for one day and then you don't post again till the next month, then they're not going to believe in these products either. So don't worry about offending others. Those who post the most frequently and the most successful are the ones that are the most successful. Don't get discouraged. If you need likes or comments, ask us, and don't share posts. And this also says don't spam friends. Okay, there is a video on good Facebook posting that I will also tag everybody in. There's a ton of graphics out there that say like join my team, or it'll have like a little post that says I love my Plexus. Like those things turn people off just because they scroll past them. Like me personally, I find myself scrolling past them. But if I see a picture of like you with your pink drink, or you personally, or just anything personal, then I am more apt to read it than to seeing a Plexus graphic. So please stay away from those. Those are fine if you post them every so often. Like I post them every so often, but not post after post. Don't spam your friends. So don't get Plexus happy and post every hour. Try to post 1 to 3 times a day. And in between those, post something personal, because you want to keep people on your Facebook. So if I post twice a day on Plexus, I make sure to post at least once or twice about me and my family or Tatum or something, just so people are still engaged on my posts. Because even if they don't want to see those Plexus posts now, they might later. And if they put me on unfollow, then they might not remember to unfollow or follow me back later. So like I said, if you have a testimony that you want to post of yourself and you want some likes or comments, message me and I will get people liking and commenting on that. Don't share posts. So if you see a post you really like of mine and you hit share, the only people that's going to see it are the mutual friends we have in common. So like some of you girls that are like out in California and in Oregon and Alaska, me and you have like 5 friends in common. So a lot of people aren't going to see that. So all you need to do is copy and paste it. If you can't do it on your Facebook app, you can go into your browser and do it that way. So don't share, copy and paste. Okay, so when someone shows interest, this says to add them to the life-changing testimonies page. I do not do that just personally because I like to talk to them first. So if someone comments on your post and says, what is Plexus? Send them a personal message. Try not to comment right on that, because you want to like be personal with them. You don't want them to think that you're just pushing them off and giving them your website. So try to stay away from commenting, direct message them, and also try to stay away from sending them your website. Because if you just say, hey, go to my website, our website isn't the most user-friendly. So kind of just ask them, tell them what Plexus is and ask them what they're looking for. Like, are you looking for weight loss? Are you wanting help with your blood sugar, energy? Talk to them in that way, because if you give them a little bit more of a private message, then they feel like you are really into them personally. Yeah, like this says, don't give away too much information on public Facebook. Keep lists. So if you have a post and you have 5 friends like it, write those 5 friends down and message them on Facebook. Keep lists of everything, because that's going to be your biggest thing. In the beginning, I was sending 200 messages a day and I got completely lost. So now I write lists of everybody I talk to, everybody who's not interested, who's interested, and so on and so forth. So definitely keep lists. Okay, this is huge. This is something that I saw in the beginning, and it is crazy. So 48% of people never follow up with a prospect. 25% of people make a second contact and stop. 25% of people, that is crazy. And if you go all the way down, it says 2% of sales are made on the first contact. So only 2%. And if you think back about the times that I messaged you or your upline messaged you, you probably didn't jump in right away. Like me and Tasha personally, it took us a good 7 months. So following up is something that is huge. If you message somebody and they show interest and they stop messaging you back, give them a couple of days and message them back. Ask them like, hey, I was just wondering if you were still interested in trying out Plexus. I would love to talk to you more about it. And honestly, it's taken me maybe 10 times messaging people. But if you stay constant and consistent and follow up with people, then you're going to be one of the 80% that are making sales off the 12th contact. So keep that in mind. Don't message once and stop. Let them know about our 60-day money back guarantee. Like today I had someone message me and say, I don't want to jump in and buy a bunch of products and not like it. Well, I reassured her that we have that 60-day money back guarantee, so you really have nothing to lose. Sorry, I'm kind of going fast. I just don't want our call to get dropped. Okay, so what to do when someone shows interest. I know, like me personally, I get stuck telling everybody they should get the triplex because that's my favorite combo. But I have learned that I need to ask them questions and see what's best for them. So yes, the triplex is probably 9 times out of 10 going to be what everybody needs. But there's going to be those sometimes, that some people don't have stomach issues or they don't have trouble sleeping, and they might need something like the Slim and the Accelerator. So I will send this to you all because I'm not going to go through it all. It's kind of just telling you how to tell what people need, because personally, I don't agree with this. I like the block combo. I don't agree with it. So there's just like different things that you can ask people. Like ask them what they're looking for out of Plexus, find out what they're wanting. And then knowing the products is huge, because if you do not know the products, you're not going to know what to suggest to people. So I also suggest going through that success plan. Like I said, get like a sentence or 2 in your head of each product so you know what to tell people, and that way you can recommend something. So most time people are going to tell you they have a digestive issue or they need energy. That's when you want to recommend the triplex. So there are different reasons why to suggest different products. So like I can talk to everyone about this personally, but this would take me forever to go over. But that's just something I think is really big. Let people know that you care about them and you want to know what they want out of Plexus. Okay, so you reap what you sow. You will get out what you put in. What kind of seeds are you sowing and what will you harvest? Tasha tells me this all the time. Like there may be people that you message and they don't message you back, but you're planting a seed. So like I had somebody that I messaged back in July. She never once messaged me back. Yesterday, she messaged me and sent me and said, hey, I think I'm going to order some products. I hadn't talked to her in 6 months. So I had planted a seed. So you may get discouraged. You message 50 people. 1 person messages you back. It's okay. It's happened to all of us. It's happened to the diamonds and the emeralds and the sapphires. You are at least letting them know, hey, I'm thinking of you. And eventually when you follow up with them, it will pay off in the long run. So this is something, knowledge is power. This is self-growth. Self-growth is what me and Tasha did in the beginning, and it paid off. Like get on conference calls. So like I said, that's huge that you all are on this tonight. YouTube videos, monthly opportunity meetings, which me and Tasha are going to start doing. We're actually going to go do some like in Hazard and Georgetown and Lexington. And I know some of you all are really far away, but we will try to do as many as we can. And for those of you all who aren't in Kentucky, we will try to get you finding some in the other areas because they're everywhere. Team pages, like we talked about in the back office. Go to your back office and just start clicking, because if you know how to run that back office, then you'll know how to run it when your team starts getting bigger. But I just want to go back to these YouTube videos and calls. The calls are all over the Diamonds in the Making page. That was something, I did it every day. I still do it. I go and I listen to a call while I'm doing the dishes or I'm doing laundry, because I don't have to, it doesn't take time away from what I'm doing. I just put it on speakerphone, and listening to those calls from the Diamonds and listening to those calls from the people higher up in the company has what made me excited about this business, because they were all like me and you. There were some of them that actually tried the products, didn't like them, got their refund, came back, and now they're Diamonds. So listening to calls is huge, and YouTube videos are huge. Here's just a couple people: Sonia Dudley, Sarah Marble, and just getting on there and subscribing to their videos and watching them has helped me so much. So get on that Diamonds in the Making page, and Tamara posts calls. There's actually a call at 9:30, which I feel bad because I should be on that call, but I won't do that anymore. Okay, so I talked about this earlier. You must be a product of the product. Know your products and understand how to use the product so you see optimal results. So you should be telling people they should be drinking half their weight in ounces of water. They should be when to take their products. And knowing how to do that is taking them correctly yourself. So if you're telling somebody to take their pink drink when they eat, obviously you don't know how to do that yourself. So, and this ends in 10 minutes, so I'm going to try to do this really quick. So just make sure you know how to take the products yourself, and you know as much about the products as you can, because that's going to help you when someone messages you and asks you, what does the Boost do? You're going to be able to message them right away rather than trying to find it really quickly. So in the beginning, like I said, I made sure I knew everything about the products so I could get the most out of them myself. Okay, so keys to success. If you really want to work the business, I suggest getting business cards. They're like $5 off of Etsy, and then you can order them off Vistaprint. I have left my business cards in the most random places. I leave them in bathrooms. I left them in the Bye Bye Baby bathroom, and I have gotten 2 customers off that one business card. And it's just something that you can do really quick. You can hand it to somebody. You can leave them in places. So that's something that has worked for me. Work your business. You can work part-time, but not some of the time. Consistency is key. I am somebody that can definitely attest to this. When I was getting ready for my wedding, I took time off, and that has hurt me more than anything because I have gotten behind on what I needed to do. So work Plexus an hour a day. Work it here and there, like 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there, but don't work it some of the time, because if you take days off, you're going to lose those people to somebody else, or you're going to lose those potentials because they think you don't care about them. So be consistent with your posting. I'm going to go over the 5-3-1, and that's something that you should be doing every day because it's not overwhelming, but at least you're still doing something, and I'll talk about that later. So educate your ambassadors. That's just what we've been talking about. Send them the emails, add them to the team pages, let them know you care about them, send them a message, and just let them know that we're all here for them, and we're going to do things like this to get them going. Keep in touch with your customers. Flip them to the ambassadors the moment they have any success. This is huge. If you get a customer and you don't follow up with them till the next month, they're not going to want to reorder because they feel like you're not there for them. So once you get a customer, message them and ask them if they've gotten their products, and then message them again the next week. How are you doing with your products? And then by the end of the month, ask them how their month was going, because I'm telling you, 5 out of 10 times, you're going to get customers turn into ambassadors because they love these products and they want to share these products. Okay. Here's the compensation plan, which I'm not going to go over a lot because it'll take forever, but there are good videos on this, and I suggest watching the video at least 5 times because our compensation plan is like no other, and you can make money not even doing anything, and you want to know this compensation plan because it motivates you. Like, I'm going to do something, for example. If you get a preferred customer, down here you can see that you get bonuses for your preferred customers. So on top of the commission you would be getting for them, you're going to get bonuses. So let's say you got a preferred customer, get the triplex combo, you're going to get a $20 bonus just for them getting that combo on top of your commission. So if you all want me to, I'll do a call maybe sometime later this week for anybody who's interested just on the compensation plan. Just because I feel like it's so important to know it, just so you know how you're making money, you know the difference between PV and points, and you know how to rank up, because that's what we all want to do is rank up. Okay, so this once again is talking about the compensation plan. So from 100 to 499 PV, you're going to get 15% commission on. Everything after 500, you're going to get 25% commission on. So I make my goal every month to get 500 PV because I know I'll get that extra 10%. That's the preferred customer bonus I just talked about. The building business bonus is what we talked about, the welcome packs. You want everybody to get a welcome pack, so you get this bonus for them. If they get the welcome pack, like the 99, which most people do, you'll get $25. If they get the bigger one, you'll get $50. So you get paid all the way up to 3 levels. So if you have a level 3 sign, then you're still going to be getting money on them. I think it's around $7. So like I said, I'm not going to go over this right now, but one thing I will go over is going silver. That's something that you want to make your first goal, going silver, because by the time you've gone silver, you get a $100 bonus just for going silver. And you sign 3 ambassadors, and for every ambassador, you get $25. So you've made $175 by going silver. So I always encourage people, try to go silver your first month because you have made your money back that you put into it. So I'm not going to go over the pay points right now. Okay, so I always, like a lot of us talk about Emerald all the time. When you are Emerald, that means that you have made it. You have made it with Plexus. You're making 6 figures. You get a Plexus Lexus. You get a trip to Hawaii. And you also get more money in the Emerald pool. So Emerald is my goal. Like that is something that pushes me every day, knowing that one day I could be Emerald. Like I could be so close to something that could literally change my life. So whenever you hear say Emerald, that means that they are the top dogs in the companies. Sapphire and Diamond are ahead of Emerald. So after you've went Emerald, you'll go Sapphire and you'll go Diamond. Diamond are the people that are literally making so much money I couldn't even imagine. And they are the ones that we all look up to. Watch a Diamond documentary. They're all over YouTube. And the first one I ever watched, actually every one I've ever watched, I cried. But it just shows you, like I've said before, these people are real. They're just like me and you. They're moms. They are working moms. Some of them don't have kids. And everybody can do this. Like they range from I think the youngest Diamond is like 23 or 25, somewhere around there. And they rank all the way up to like in their 60s and 70s. So this is something that we can all do, and we will. Right, Tasha? Okay, so this is the power of 3, like I was talking about with silver. There's a video on this also from Sheila Medina, who was the first ambassador with Plexus. And this is something that I strive to do every month, which is going silver. So it just shows you like the potential that you have by doing the power of 3. So if you yourself go silver with 3 ambassadors, and then each one of your ambassadors goes silver, it shows you how quickly your team can build. And down here, it will show you get points for your ambassadors. So all the way down to your 5th level, if everybody's doing their power of 3 and you have 243 people on your team, that's $2,000 just for your team. That doesn't count your bonuses for your commissions, doesn't count your bonuses for your preferred customers. That's crazy. So the power of 3 is huge. I wish I had more time to go over it, but I'll link a video. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I don't know how to unshare this. Okay, let's see if I can unshare it. Well, I can't. Man. Okay, guys, oh, wait, there we go. Okay, so I have everybody unmuted. I know I went through a lot, but if anybody has a question, like, just go ahead and say it. If you don't have a question, it's okay. But if you have any questions just about all the information I just went over, like, go ahead and ask, and we will see what we can answer.
Can you send us this by email?
This ambassador training?
Yep.
Yes. If you want this ambassador training, message on that page, just say, I'll put a little link, and I'll say that I'll send it to you all via email.
Okay.
Does anybody have any questions, or Tasha, do you have anything?
No, you went over a lot. I think it was great information. It's a lot to take in. It's definitely a learn as you go process. I know when we got started, I mean, you can't learn everything in a day. And I think as you get more experience experience and you find answers to help people, like you'll just slowly learn it. Don't expect to have information in really quick. It comes like with what we do.
Okay, well, guys,
Does
we
anyone have
less
any
than a minute.
questions?
Yeah, wait, I don't think we have time. We have less than a minute. If you have any questions, post on that page. And if you have anything, please reach out to me or Tasha. Like she said, you don't learn everything in a day, but if you do something every day, then you will learn it over a span of time. So try to watch a video, try to listen to a call, try to do something that can help you grow. So I'm going to do a drawing after this for everybody who's on the call, and I will get you all a shirt. So thank you all for getting on, and I will talk to you all later.
Bye.
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 Okay. I do not know how to stop this call.